Welcome back to the Neuro Finance Masterclass. We are officially on day 68 of our 365 Days to Financial Freedom series.
That's right. Yesterday, we tackled the invisible thief of inflation. But today we are handing you the absolute ultimate antidote. We're diving into the magic of compound interest and the unstoppable snowball effect.
We have to start with this incredibly profound quote from Albert Einstein. He said, "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it."
Calling it the eighth wonder really isn't an exaggeration. It is a mathematical reality. And this entire explainer is designed to completely shift your mindset. We're moving you from being a linear worker who just trades time for money into an architect, an owner of a constantly growing empire.
Here's our quick roadmap for today. Number 1, the eighth wonder.
Number 2, the snowball effect.
Number 3, the price of waiting.
Number 4, linear versus exponential growth.
And number 5, the architect's blueprint. Let's get right into it. All right, section 1, the snowball effect. This is all about interest on interest. So what exactly is compound interest when you strip it down to its core?
Well, unlike simple interest, it's basically a continuous chain reaction. You aren't just making money on your original deposit. You're making money on that original deposit plus the interest you've already earned. Think of it like this. Your money goes out, gets a job, earns a wage, and then those wages go right back to work to earn even more wages for you.
Exactly. This perfectly illustrates the difference. Simple interest is completely static. If you have $100 earning a 10% simple return, you get $10 every year. End of story.
But compound interest relentlessly puts your past earnings to work. That first $10 gets added to the main pile. So the next year, you're earning 10% on $110. The money starts multiplying itself, and the best part? It requires absolutely no extra effort from you.
Now, picture a tiny snowball sitting at the very top of a massive mountain. If you've ever seen one roll down a hill, you know exactly how this analogy works.
Right, because in the very beginning, the growth is incredibly slow, and honestly, it looks pretty boring. But as it rolls over and over, collecting just a little more snow with every single revolution, its speed and size accelerate. By the time it hits the bottom, it's a massive force of nature. That is exactly what your capital does.
Moving right along to section 2, the price of waiting. We're going to look at investor A versus investor B. Okay, here is a question that trips up almost everyone. Who do you think wins in the long run? The early bird who starts right away but with very little money? Or the heavy hitter who waits a while but brings a massive amount of cash to the table?
It's such a great question. Amateurs constantly fall for the myth that they need a huge sum of money, like $1 million, just to start investing. But seeing early action face off against late capital completely shatters that myth.
Let's look at this mathematical reality. Take investor A. They start at age 20, they put in relatively small amounts for just 10 years, and then they completely stop. They literally never add another dime.
Then you have investor B. They wait until age 30, but they invest much larger amounts and they keep at it for a full 30 years.
So who actually ends up richer? Astoundingly, it's investor A. Even though investor B invested way more money out of pocket for a significantly longer period of time, investor A wins. And they win simply by giving the compounding machine an early head start.
This brings us to a really powerful takeaway. Waiting is not a neutral action. Sitting on the sidelines while you wait for the perfect moment is a direct, harsh penalty to your future empire.
For sure. Every single year you delay is a massive fine that you are levying against your future self. You are quite literally robbing your empire of its most explosive years of growth.
And this proves definitively that an architect's greatest asset is definitely not their starting capital. It isn't a huge inheritance, and it's not a six-figure salary.
No way! Your absolute most powerful wealth-building tool is the raw time you have available. Time is the magical, active ingredient in the compound formula.
Which perfectly cues up section 3, linear versus exponential growth. This is all about surviving the dip.
Now, the human brain is completely hardwired for linear thinking. We naturally expect one step at a time progress. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You put 1 hour of work in, you get 1 hour's payout. It's predictable. But wealth doesn't work like that. Wealth multiplies exponentially upon itself. It grows 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. It is a completely different, explosive trajectory.
And this massive mismatch in our expectations is exactly why amateurs quit.
Because wealth grows exponentially, the entire first half of your investing journey is going to look really, really disappointing.
Yeah, the snowball is still tiny, so people lose patience, they abandon their plan, and they go right back to the 9-to-5 grind. Tragically, they quit just before the massive, life-changing wealth is finally unlocked at the tail end of that curve.
This is exactly where your neuro fitness and discipline come in. Your job as an architect is not to be some financial genius who picks the perfect stock at the perfect time. You simply have to stay disciplined and stay the course.
Spot on. You just have to survive that initial boring period until the math inevitably takes over. If you just stay in the game, building incredible wealth isn't just a possibility, it genuinely becomes inevitable.
Let's bring this all together in Section 4, the Architect's Blueprint. Time for your cognitive task today. We have a very specific action plan for you. We want you to complete 3 simple steps the minute this explainer is over. Step 1. Open up a free online compound interest calculator.
Step 2. Plug in your current age, a modest monthly contribution that you can actually afford right now, and an estimated 10% annual return.
And Step 3. Look 20 years ahead. Mathematically visualize the massive tower you are building for your future. When you look at those numbers, whatever you do, don't focus on the frustratingly small progress of today. An architect doesn't build a towering skyscraper in a single afternoon.
Exactly. They pour the foundation and then they lay one careful, deliberate brick at a time, resting easy because they know the physics and the math are completely on their side.
So the final provocative question you really must answer for yourself is simply this. Are you going to keep paying the massive fine of waiting, or are you going to harness the 8th wonder of the world and start building your tower today?
Make sure you complete that cognitive task and get that snowball rolling down the mountain. We will see you back here for day 69 of our series. Let's make your financial freedom inevitable.